Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are here for the second semi-final. The reason I got a big smile on my face is I know who's playing in this game, Samoa. They will be taking on South Africa in what will be an absolutely awesome match. I said in my preview, it's got the potential to be a match of the tournament, and I think that's exactly what it's going to be. Looking through at the Samoan starting lineup for this contest, they have brought Valvasa Afasua into that starting lineup, similar to what they did in their quarterfinal fixture up against Argentina. Va'apilo Maleko, he is the other co-captain alongside Afasua. Needs a big game here if the Samoans are going to be successful. Yuna Sione, he is in that starting lineup. Tuitama, one of the young players for Samoa, doing very nicely as of late. Puiti Slater, Paul Scanlon, and also Fa'afoi Falaneko in that starting lineup. Looking through South Africa, very similar to what we've seen in the past. Ryan Oosterhuizen, Impi Visa, JC Pretorius, Seveve Soyers Wapi, Muller Duplessis, Shilton Van Wyk, and also Ricardo James Duarte, the explosive halfback who just has pace for days in a step. That is one of the best we have seen on the Sevens circuit in a very, very long time. But now you can see all the South African flags in Cape Town. They're hoping their home side can make it through to the final. And if they do, they will be taking on New Zealand, the Samoa. Last time these two sides played, they were defeated. I believe it was 24 points to 19 in a close encounter. This time they want it to be different. They haven't got Malani Matavao in their lineup. So a few more young players have to try and get over the line. But the two sides make their way out to a pretty full Cape Town stadium by the looks of it. South Africa, though, fired up, ready to go. The Blitzboks know that they are defending champs. They won it in Dubai. They want to get another title in Cape Town, and they will be going head-to-head with New Zealand, who have 11 already compared to the 4 of South Africa, and I believe the 0 of Samoa. The last time Samoa were through to a quarterfinal, it was 2013. They are now at the semis, and they are looking to go all the way. I miss the old days when Cheslin Colby played sevens for South Africa, says D7. Although they've got some very good players in this lineup, watch out for Shilton Van Wyk. I feel his pace when he kicks that ball in behind is going to be extremely handy for them. It just adds an extra dimension to the way that this Blitzboks side is able to play at South Africa. They know that they've got some tough tackles ahead of them up against the Samoans. Duarte will be kicking this one off for the Blitzboks, and the second semi-final is now underway. It's going to kick high. Oh, Scanlon's upside down. Come off his hands, and it will be the line out for South Africa. A little bit of a scrappy start, I'd say, for the Samoans. And now Ricardo James Duarte has got the line out throw for the Blitzboks. The last thing that both of these sides want is to have similar contests to what Samoa had up against Ireland and what South Africa had up against Great Britain. And that was hardly any possession in the first half. The good news is someone's going to improve on that, because one of these sides will need the ball for some of the first 7 minutes. Another mistake from Samoa. Ball sits up onto the side of Shilton Van Wyk, who was able to regain his own grubber. Big counter ruck from the Samoans. They get themselves the penalty just outside of their own 22. So a player not rolling away. Ariki is really good. He's a new player, says D7. He is indeed, and he just has so much passion. And I always call him a pocket rocket because his energy just never goes down, no matter how long he's out there on the park. Samoa looking to end a 7-game semi-final losing streak. And that kick hasn't found touch. That's not how you're going to do it if you're Samoa. Now Duarte going to be able to run back at the line. Ball on the outside to Savue Soyers Wapi. Inside ball to Visa. Now Pilo Maleko just trying to slap the ball out of his hands. He decided if he couldn't make the tackle on him, might as well try that. Samoa and get themselves a turnover again. Looking to take the quick tap. Unable to do so. Now they've taken it. Pilo Maleko kicks it in mind. It's going to be a foot race. Grubbers it forward, but just enough pace from JC Pretorius to be able to clean it up. Another penalty to Samoa. Oh, Duarte threw the ball away. That's going to be a yellow card offence. The crowd aren't happy. Duarte's going to go off the field now for 2 minutes. You cannot throw the ball away in sevens. He wanted to slow it down, and Duarte now is going to be off the field for 2 minutes for the Blitzboks. They'll be playing with 6 up against a hungry Samoan side who want to get themselves multiple tries in this next 2-minute window. Taken quickly by Va'a, Apilo Maleko, 7-on-6, ball on the inside. For Yuna Sione finds another offload. It's loose, and the ball bounces almost in favor of the Blitzboks, but it sits up for Maleko. Now 2-on-1, out wide. It's going to be Valvasa Afasua. Drops his head goes through, and the try scored by Samoa, and it's the co-captain who was able to walk it in. I say walk it in, it was actually quite a hard challenge. He had to duck underneath the arm of Ryan Oosterhuizen. But that man down at the moment for South Africa could prove costly throughout this matchup. And try Sam, says Grant, and also these are superhuman players. So much energy, oh no, Blitzboks discipline, says Roof. And yeah, it could be costing them a little bit here. I mean, he's not thinking, hoping Samoa wins, says Grant, and go Samoa, and Samoa takes the opportunity, try time, said Roof. And the co-captain, Afasua, gets the first try of the match for the Samoans. Now, they've still got another minute left of Duarte not being on the field. That's a brilliant kick. It has gone over. 7-0 for the Samoans up against the defending champs, South Africa and Cape Town. They always go far in the comp, the Blitzboks. But like they've said earlier on, Samoa have lost their last 7 semi-final matches. Every time they get through, they either come up against New Zealand, Fiji, or Australia majority of the time to end up with a loss. But this competition seems like they want to go all the way. Going to be kicked high. Safiwe Soyas-Wapi takes it nicely, well lifted by JC Pretorius in the Blitzboks. Now in position on their own 22. Big salad dummy from Ryan Oosterhuizen. Good tackle on him by Eunice Sione. The longer that South Africa can hang on to this ball, use up a little bit more time on the clock, the better for them. But straight on the ball, Eunice Sione almost able to get the turnover. Miller du Plessis offloads to Visa. Wide cut out pass now. Ryan Oosterhuizen going down this near side of the field. Another tackle made by Paul. Eddie Slater, Samoa get themselves another penalty. So Ryan Oosterhuizen hangs on to it a little bit longer now. Ricardo James Duarte. In fact, no, the referee had his wrong arm up. He actually meant a penalty for South Africa. Now he will be kicking this one down towards the touchline here. How about Samoa Fetu for the Samoa Sevens team name? Says Tui in there. I mean, Manu Samoa works pretty well for them at the moment, but if they ever look for a new name, I'm sure they will be looking for one that really epitomizes what they're all about, which will have to involve the passion that they show out on the field and the heart, and maybe a title, depending on how it goes in this one. But currently, there's a few raindrops falling in Cape Town. Might be a bit concerning for the final, might be slippery out there for the New Zealand versus the winner of this game match. Now Shilton van Wyk goes off to Ricardo James Duarte, nailed in the tackle by Va'a Pilomaleko, and another penalty won by the Samoans. The moment Duarte just looks like he's a little bit out of place out there, which is weird because he's been looking brilliant throughout the rest of the competition. This is now not the game to be making little mistakes, giving away penalties, giving away that yellow card. Going to be hard for the Blitzboks now. 6 men to defend against the Samoans, and some box need the rules tattooed on the forehead, said Grant. But Manu Samoa is the union team's name. I think they do go by Manu Samoa Sevens, though. I think it's written on their kit, if I'm not wrong. I was trying to look, but Scanlon's just a bit too far away. Now Scanlon out to throw the ball in. Nicely taken. Oh, no, it's gone over the top. And now Miller du Plessis, a little bit slippery out there, like I mentioned. Du Plessis testing out the stepping and testing out the grip of his boots. Now Duarte goes across again. Ryan Oosterhuizen gives it to Shilton van Wyk. Tries to go through, doesn't go for the offload. To Safiwe Soyas-Wapi. Oosterhuizen again. Duarte, South Africa can get this to 7 versus 7, or 7 on the board, that is. Would be very handy, but du Plessis passes straight into touch near the halfway line. Just not gelling for the Blitzboks throughout this first 6 of the game. It should be Samoa, though, weather changing, getting wet out here, says Roof. Eddie Slater about to go for this line out. And like I mentioned, just those little mistakes from South Africa have been costly. They just took the line out. Eddie Slater, but the referee says, no, you're not allowed to do that yet. Wait till I'm not in the middle of it. Now they've gone to the front. Straight to Volvas Afasua. Back across now. Using all of their backs, including Falaniko, who's out there in the starting lineup now. Tuna Tuitama gets his first crack up against the South Africans for the Cape Town Sevens. I believe he played them in Dubai. The young player who looks like he's an exciting prospect for the future. Eunice Sione, another step. Good low tackle made, knock on from him there. Now will be Duarte. Looks to counter. He steps nicely. Volvas Afasua has almost missed that tackle. Just manages to narrowly hang on. 30 metres out from the line now. South Africa to Shilton van Wyk. Out wide. Has to step back. Big shot on him. Gets bent backwards by Falaniko, who gets over the ball. Penalty to Samoa. And now that's going to be the halftime siren. So Samoa could take the tap, kick this one into touch, and go into halftime 7-0 up. They're about 30 meters out from the line. What do? They do take the quick tap. They kick it into touch, and Samoa accepting a 7-point buffer at the halftime break. Normally a tactic that we don't see from the Samoans. I'll be honest, they normally look to attack no matter what, which sometimes does get them in trouble. We've seen that in the Dubai Sevens, and you can never write off the Blitzboks says. Ibrahim, exactly right. They were 7-0 down against Fiji. They went back and won it 19 points to 17. This game is a long way from over. We've seen it in the last match between USA and New Zealand. USA getting a couple quick fire tries. All of a sudden, the game changes. And that is why the USA, they will be playing off against the loser of this contest, but that will also be an outstanding game because both sides will want to put it on the line for that second 7 minutes, similar to what we'll see in this semi-final. I'm looking through at the benches here. Branko Dupre, Zane Davids, James Murphy, Darren Adonis, and Delvin Blood for the South Africans. Plenty of capabilities there. Zane Davids with that size and the power. Also alongside that, you've got Darren Adonis, who's willing to use all of that pace that he's got. Make some last-ditch tackles if need be. Looking at Samoa, Motu Opitai, Levi Milford, Taunuu Naulivaya, Nauli Letufia, Owen Nui, and Steve Onisai. Now, I believe they can't use all of those players, but they should be able to use 5 of them, and they will look to empty them onto the field throughout the next 7 minutes. Samoa only missing the 2 tackles in that first half, making 10. South Africa missing 1 tackle, only making the 1. We have got Shannon in chat. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Got a Samoa Trouble Sevens, says Tui there. And also we have got the, it would be an awesome final with Samoa played New Zealand, says Grant. And to an extent, it would be a pretty awesome matchup when we did see, or if we do see, South Africa, USA as the 3rd place playoff. Both sides have had some very good moments throughout this competition. I think it could be a relatively close fixture, but of course, Samoa still need to stay in the lead for the second half. We can't write this Blitzboks side off as of yet. Selvin David sitting in the stand, watching on for this game. He'll want to get that kid on and go out there. He looks extremely nervous, not a single smile on his face. And also go the Blitzboks, says Patricia. Let's go Blitzboks. Watch them turn things around. I'm calling it, says King there. There's a high probability. If they score first in the second half, we may see them score multiple times throughout this 7 minutes. But now it's going to be kicked off by Samoa with Fa'afoi Falaniko to get us underway for the second 7 minutes of the semi-final. Kicked off long. Mistakes is one thing that both sides cannot afford to have. Saviwe Sawyers Wapi driven backwards there. Counter ruck. Oh, it's a penalty to South Africa. They've said that he's played the halfback. Va'apilo Maleko. So the penalty goes the way of South Africa. We hold you to your word, King, says Nazi Williams. And also the 685 says Ratu, and the box says Gareth. South Africa inside of the 22. South Africa made 3 out of the 5 previous cup finals in Cape Town. So they'll be looking to definitely add to that tally. Anyone who is new to the channel, though, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We're going to be covering the first, I was going to say the first place playoff, but also known as a final on the channel, and also the 3rd place playoff game that has taken place at about 6 a.m. today here in New Zealand. So in about 3 hours' time, the final in 4. Wati. We have to throw this ball in for South Africa. Goes to the back and nicely taken by Ryan Oosterhuizen. Back to the Wati. Now using their backline well. Shilton Van Veek with a great step. If that wasn't the ankle tap made by the Samoa number 9, Paul Eti Slater, could have been a bad penalty. That's going to be leaving his feet. Another penalty against Va'apilo Maleko. Ryan Oosterhuizen now goes back to Saviwe Sawyers. Wapi Impi Visa backs himself a pace on the outside. Gives it to Pretorius. Good shot on him by Scanlon. Or straight in there on the ball. Sione unable to get it. He's almost, he's played the halfback again. So another penalty against the Samoans. But for now, it's just an advantage. It's going to be the Wati. Once again with the nice step. Pass on the outside. Mullen du Plessis knocks the ball out of the hands. Right. Who wants what? It's going to be either a scrum or a line out. Samoa might go for the scrum here. And Manus B or Manus D has been awesome. Says it was Garen. Come on the box. And also go our blitzes, says Ina. Blitzboks will come back to win, says Steve. Certainly going to be an exciting last 5 minutes. As you can tell, I'm messing up my words already. I'm very excited to see who comes out on top in this one. Last time the 2 sides played, it was split by 5 points in favor of the Blitzboks. It was a lot higher scoring than this game, though. It was actually 24 points to 19 Paul Scanlon inside of the 22 now for the Samoans. Kicking downfield, different tactic there. It's like it's going to be a relatively effective boot downfield. Duarte has to clean it up one-on-one with Tuitama, who is able to hang on to him just for now, tries to slap the ball out of his hand. Same with Paul Slater. Now, 40 meters out, that opens up a huge gap for the Blitzboks, but it doesn't find the hands of Ryan Oosthuizen, so the defensive gap has now been closed for Samoa. Visa has this one now. Another good bit of ball protection. Ball knocked out of the hand. Another penalty. This is getting to the stage. Now it's very close. Okay, we're hearing a double blow of the whistle here. Okay. There's going to be a yellow card for Samoa. Siviwe Soyas-Wapi and Ryan Oosthuizen both going to the referee, almost pleading for the yellow card to fall for Valvasa Afasua. It does indeed, but I think the referee was getting pretty close to telling those two. Yep. Referee's just saying straight away to Ryan Oosthuizen and Siviwe Soyas-Wapi, do not talk to me like that, or else you might be next. Now 6 players. It's Valvasa Afasua who's off the field, not Va'apilo Maliko like the animation is intending, or is saying, I should say. Right, Delvin Blood, he is about to make his way out onto the field. It looked like he was running out there. Then they told him to come back, and now he's going out for JC Pretorius. Let me try that again. Mano's defense has been awesome, says Gareth's. And now, I was going to say, I wasn't too sure whether you were talking about Marnus Labuschagne. I wasn't sure where the D was coming from, but that sounds like a dodgy statement, doesn't it? But yeah, it's been strong throughout this matchup. Duarte, but now will it be as strong with only 6 men on the field? Darren Adonis almost through. Great run there. Looks like Yunisione relying on his teammate. Another drop ball by the South Africans. Going to be the knock-on advantage and the scrum feed for Samoa. Good fix, Gareth, says King, and try lost. There's Grant. Yeah, that could have been the chance for South Africa to get one back. There was some brilliant running, or brilliant cover defense there from the Samoans. Plenty of pace from Owen Nui, fresh from only just coming off the bench. Knocks it out of the hands of Adonis. Now with 1 minute 15 left of Valvasa Afasua, I think Samoa have just realised that with Valvasa Afasua off, means they need another man in the scrum. And also they can't even hold a ball, says Grant. Yeah, it's been pretty average, unfortunately, for the Blitzboks handling throughout this contest. And it's been helping Samoa because it's been the ill-disciplined Samoa versus the handling error-ridden South Africans. And it's one of those ones where there's only 3 minutes left on the clock, only 7 points difference. Knight back into the pocket, booted way downfield, good clearance from Scanlon. And now about 25 meters out from the line, it is now going to be South Africa's ball. Now, that was very smart from Samoa. They have been making little mistakes in the past, but that was the right choice. When you're 5 meters out from your line, kick it downfield. Yes, you give the opposition the possession back, which can be dangerous, but it's better off than doing a loose pass 5 meters out from your line and then having South Africa just be able to run it in. Although now there is space for South Africa. Another handling error. Darren Adonis nailed in that tackle by Scanlon. A little bit too high, though. So taken quickly by Delvin Blood, quite a bit behind the mark. Visa slings it wide now. Zane David's the big man. Va'apilo Maliko tries to muscle up. He's made a brilliant tackle there. Possibly a try saver. 5 seconds left of the Afasua yellow card. Another advantage against South Africa. Van Veek has been tackled 5 meters out from the line. It's going to be a penalty in the middle of the park. Samoa has to retreat. Ryan Oosthuizen throws himself at the line. Over he goes for the Blitzboks. And that will now make the score 7-all between the two sides. And also, that's going to be interesting, says Grant, and OMG says Silanium. But now it makes the last couple minutes very, very intriguing. The discipline of both sides has to be on point. We've already seen both receive a yellow card. A yellow card could be the difference if there's another one in this match. Ryan Oosthuizen just drives his way over his 35th tournament alongside St. David's. That doesn't look too good, though. I believe Paul Scanlon has stayed down for the Samoans after Ryan Oosthuizen just bulldozed over the top of him. Yeah, I think he took a bit of a knock there. Paul Scanlon, come on the Blitzboks. There's Ibrahim there. And you can see the passion in attendance from the Cape Town locals. They want to see a New Zealand-South Africa final, but the Samoans are going to make it tough. This one could even maybe, just maybe, go down to golden point time. Here comes extra time, says Grant. You pretty much nailed it on the head there. 90 seconds left between the two sides. I'll explain once it reaches that 90 seconds and the ball is out or anything along those lines. Then from there, it will mean that whoever scores the first point in extra time does go through. And also, as South Africans in the chat, let's go, or let's get behind our boys, says King. And how so? We won the last tournament. Samoa really playing well. That's a good word. Defending really well. It's the semis. I don't get this hating on the Blitzboks recently, says Gareth there. And go Blitzboks, says Jonathan. Yeah, yes, they've had a few handling errors, but they've still been very strong up till this point of the contest. I believe they're on about a 7 or 8 match winning streak at this point in time, and they're looking to continue it here. And Samoa were never going to be an easy beat for them. And Samoa, like a second New Zealand, they always bring out, says Grant, and come on, Manu, hang tough, says Silanium, and Blitzboks, let's go. Says Griffey, right. Paul Scanlon's still down. I don't think the referee actually realised that he was down. Okay. The moment one of the Blitzboks support staff, I believe, is actually going to be taking Paul Scanlon off the field. That is due to the HIA. He's saying, no, I'm all good. And the South African saying, no, you are not, bud. You stayed down for a long time. And now he's going to be going off the field. I see that also Ryan Oosterhuizen, the try scorer for South Africa, has been taken off the park. I believe that's for James Murphy. Right, kickoff now for the South African Samoa. Haven't been in a cup final since 2019. It's been a little while for them. Duarte kicks off high and deep into Samoan territory. It's a great take from Valvasa Fasua. Taken nicely inside of his own 22. Letufia fires it back across. They were rushing up the Blitzboks, but it doesn't work out. Owen Nui almost able to go straight through. Ball available again for Afasua, who looked to the short side, thought it was worth a crack. He actually kicks it in behind here. Looking like it's going to be right down the park, almost looking for a 50-22 if we were in Union. He's missed his tackle, though. Valvas Afasua. And now South Africa with the counter-attacking opportunity. James Murphy taken down 35 metres out from their own line. Here the Blitzboks with 50 seconds left on the clock. Adonis goes off to Delvin Blood. All the youngsters linking up now. One more out to Miller Duplessis, drifting across, but now cuts back inwards. Yunisione makes the tackle there. 50 metres out now from the Samoan line. Delvin Blood numbers on the right-hand side. Good hands from James Murphy. That his pants pulled down, but he's still going. Delvin Blood lined up by Afasua. Loose ball for the South African. Duarte able to pick it up. Carving up the middle. Taken down. Thought about the offload. Counter up from Afasua. Now 20 seconds left now on the clock between these two sides. Both looking for that final last little moment that could move them through to the final. Now, Blood, offload to Impi Visa. Why cut our pass? Goes to Zane Davis, the big man down the wing. Good low tackle made by the Samoans. Discipline is so important here from both sides. That's the full-time siren. It's a knock-on. Picked up by Samoa. Play to the whistle. It's knocked on again. We're going to golden point time. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a game on our hands. Let's go, Manu, says 90 there. And the drop says Salvatore. It was indeed a double knock-on. That was really poor from Delvin Blood, not because of the knock-on, well, also because of the knock-on. But he then didn't play to the whistle. It was the chance for Samoa. If they had held on to that, they would have just run it downfield for the try. And he would have sat there going, but it was a knock-on. You got to play to the whistle. And now both of these sides, they're going to be playing to a different whistle. It's going to be the golden point time whistle. A little bit longer in this contest. Selvin Davids doesn't want to watch this matchup. Everyone is just going around him at the moment. Coin flip. Tails is the call. It is tails, so the Blitzboks get to decide what way they want to go. Got to love a game against Samoa. Always good, says Gareth. And Selenium there is going for both of these sides. That's the thing. This game is going to be absolutely insane for the finish, and I think everyone knows it. I'm going to quickly go like this. We go like that. Go like that. Just adjusting my microphone here, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe. There we go. Right. So, golden point time. Pretty much anyone who doesn't know what that means whoever scores the first point of this little moment in the game is victorious. And they will go through to the final to face New Zealand. Anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. This is going to be a massive moment for both of these teams. South Africa, they've gone to a few golden point times in the past. Argentina were actually the last time that Samoa went through to golden point time, and they were victorious. in the final moment. Now 7 points to 7. One last chance for these two sides to make it through to the final. Who wants it more? Drop kick, says Hillary. It's worth a crack maybe if you're in the right space on the field. If you're not, though, you just got to make sure you play your natural game. South Africa won the toss, so I believe they will be, I think they're kicking the ball off to Samoa. A good strategy to make it deep inside of that 22. My gosh, if it wasn't that, before that knock on, we would have scored in game over, says Selenia. And I think it was a little bit of miscommunication between the Samoans. Both of them going for that same ball. Only one of them was going to be able to hang on to it. And neither did. And Never Nice winning easy, even if a friendly, says Grant. And also, let's go, Water Girl, says Nate. Right, Samoa, they are going to be kicking off from right to left. And because South Africa won the toss, they got to decide what way they want to go and whether or not they receive the kickoff. They decided that they want their ball in the hands. Samoa now about to kick this one off. It will be Fa'afoi Falaniko, who has got more stamina left in the gas tank from this tough battle between them. It's kicked off long. It's a knock-on from South Africa straight away. It's a penalty going in favour of the Samoans. So I believe that is actually right. This is a big moment. They've got the penalty. It's about 35 metres out. They should not take this drop kick. In fact, it's probably about 30. They're taking on the shot. Why would they do that to Falaniko? He's still a young player. He's going to need to nail a 30-metre drop kick to be able to get this one. Now, the thing is here, if he misses, this gives South Africa a huge chance to get back into this contest and have another chance. But now, Fa'afoi Falaniko told that he's got 15 seconds here to nail a 30-metre drop kick that might just book Samoa's spot through to the final to take on New Zealand. The pressure is on him. He's lining it up. Fa'afoi Falaniko, it's drifting, it's in. And the Samoans go through to the final to take on New Zealand in golden point time. What a moment. They're in a dog huddle, or a dog, what's it called, a dog pile. That's back in like primary school rugby. Everyone piles up on the one man. It only just snuck in by the narrowest of margins. But they get it, Samoa, and they are now through to the final to take on New Zealand. He's in tears, and not just because he's been crushed by a whole heap of big Samoans. And also, let's go, Samoa, says Tuft. And also, who and what happens, Mr. Drifter, says Nate. And yes, and a good night from me, says Novman, and the Samoan flags from Tangata. And Samoa, says Roof. And tough one, nobody wants to lose. And both sides, at the end of the day, they had their flaws in this matchup. For Samoa, it was the penalty count. For the South Africans, it was those handling errors that were costing them dearly, and they actually caught up with them in extra time as well. We saw it just go over from Fa'afoi Falaniko. And damn man, God rugby choice. Well done, Manu, South Africa guys. Let's get behind the Samoan boys in the final, says Gareth. And always says Crazy NZ. So for the first time since 2019, breaking a 7-match losing streak in semi-finals, the Samoans have been able to do it. Anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We're going to be back for the next 2 matches, which is USA taking on the South Africans, and also a matchup taking place for the final between New Zealand and Samoa. But I do thank you all very much for tuning in. The final, it will actually be taking place at 6:56 New Zealand time. So be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Lawrence said South Africa is still bad. They were on like a 7 or 8 match winning streak coming into this game. 2 Sevens victors. This was still a pretty good performance. Even though they had those handling errors, South Africa is still a top side in the sevens, and they will be back stronger than ever in Hamilton. And that is only about 40 days away. But thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We'll see you back for the final and also a few of the other matches along the way. But I will see you all for the next one.